Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode on the BattleCraft SMP. I'm excited to be back and let me show you a few clips. So I have been busy and I wanted to show you actually what I've been doing. I made these stone hammers. They're pretty easy to make if you're playing with the, what is it? I think it's the hammers pack, right? And we can go in here and they will break like a 3x3 area. They're pretty easy to make. And when I was mining down, I'm mining down to like negative 50 or wherever you mine for diamonds. And I came across this. And I think it's a skeleton spawner. So we're going to break in here and... Okay, that wasn't that bad. Let's see. Oh, we got the Vivichoke. These are apparently extremely rare, by the way. If you get some Vivichoke seeds, you're doing pretty good. In this one, we've got horse armor. A few odds and ends. Not too bad. So, a skeleton spawner right here underneath the base. Excellent, but it is really low in the world, so that's something I got to keep in mind. Not sure if we're going to use it for a farm, but great to have. Anyway, some more mining needs to be done, so I'm going to get right back to it. Do you know where I'm at? If you remember the Spawn Town tour from last episode, you will recognize this as the Spawn Town Villager Trading Hall. If we take a look at my map, you'll see where I'm at, basically in the Industrial District, and I was just over here using the skeleton farm, and I thought I'd stop by, and I remembered I had some iron on me, and these guys do iron for emerald trades. This is going to be a great way for me to just get some gear right off the bat. Look at this. See, that's not even that bad. I don't know what collection does. I'm going to have to play around with that. But we can at least get a few tools and get started. I also realized the island I set up on isn't the greatest. So the problem with this island is that since we're so closed off on an ecosystem, the spawns here are very consistent, but very predictable. And on top of that, they're honestly pretty boring. You get some wingulls, you get some crabs, you get a floette every once in a while, and you get these scurrying little wimpods. So even though this biome is going to be a good place for us to start and maybe just get a few, mining done, we can get some resources on the island and stuff, I'm not planning on staying here permanently whatsoever because of the lack of spawn diversity here. It is just not super great. However, in Spawn Town, I was able to get a bunch of great tools. So now that we've gotten these going, I got a hammer so I can mine out and get some blocks. In fact, I got a bunch of building blocks, looking good, right? And smelting up some glass now because I got a backpack too from villager trading. Filled it up with a bunch of good stuff that I got around town while I was there. And I can upgrade this backpack actually, and that's what we're going to be working on next. Traveler's backpack, right? We're going to need one of these things, a upgrade, which is going to take leather, a backpack tank, and a chest. And what I realized is there's no animals on this island either. This island kind of sucks. I picked a bad spot, I will admit it. So with that being said, I'm gonna be preparing to move all of my stuff over. This might be with shulker boxes, with ender I don't know yet, ender chests with shulker boxes or backpacks. Even if we want to do backpacks, we're gonna have to get a few more. I don't even have that many. Standard traveler's backpack, not super tough to make, but it's just stuff I don't really have, like the sand, the leather, stuff like that. So I'm going to go back to town because there's access to stuff there, like there's a cow farm there, and I can make enough stuff so that we can pack up all of our things and eventually move. I know it's just episode 1 and I'm already moving out, but something's got to be done. I've made a grave mistake. Luckily, the running back and forth has proved fruitful for me collecting some Pokemon. Here's some of the Pokemon that I've collected, including a Weirdeer, a Darmanitan, and a Cottony, right? And doesn't seem super exciting, but this one is actually really good. I know it only says 60%, but that's because if you look at the base stats, the special attack and attack are really low, and you don't need attack and special attack on a Cottony at all because it is a tank and a staller. So this thing is actually insanely good. And this Darmanitan is not bad either. 21 speed and 31 special attack. So, not a bad Darmanitan. They do be looking funny, though. Look at that face. Don't blink at me. So my immediate goal is back to resource collecting. We're going to collect enough glass for tanks, enough leather for some backpacks, because it's going to probably take me 5 or 6 backpacks at least to get enough backpacks to move all my stuff away from the island. And we will say bon voyage to this place. I probably won't record too many other clips out here. This is a good spot, though. I did set up another portal back to town. It is a good spot if you are EV training for attack, because everything that spawns here basically is attack and speed. So if you're EV training and you just want to, you know, kind of destroy a local population of crab brawlers and crabbies and wingles, then this is your spot. Well, everyone, this is the new location of the base. We're about 300 or 400 blocks away from the industrial district. We're up on top of a mountain, gorgeous biome with a bunch of greenery and trees, which, if you guys follow me, you know I'm a huge fan of. So the PC here, not extremely difficult to make, right? Smooth stone, iron, copper, glass. So let's make one. It's a cutie fly. Oh, it's pretty good too. Modest nature cutie fly. If you guys didn't know, for a while my username was cutie fly because I really like it. I think they are really cute. Can we get it? Oh my gosh, the premiere ball is so good. They're actually pretty bad, but some of these just aren't that hard to catch, so they're pretty cheap too. If I'm just running around and see something, I'll just check a premiere ball and see if we can't catch it. Hey, another one. We may have a problem here. Those are shulks, which means we're near a deep dark biome. And I don't like deep. This was not part of the plan. I just want to go down and get diamonds. Okay, we hit bedrock. So I'm just gonna pretend that the deep dark doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. Get out of my way, dude. I'm gonna craft something that hopefully will speed up our diamond production. And that's gonna be a diamond hammer. So I managed to get 4. And we're gonna go enchant this to hammered. I don't like the sound of that. Get a hammer, any hammer. Okay. While I'm running back and forth, I found these. And if you see these in your world, you're gonna wanna collect them. See, pink mint seeds, and mints are gonna be very useful. They have growth stages, so you wanna pick these up. There's a bunch of different types of mints, and they usually grow high up on mountains, at least higher up in the world. In fact, there were some up there. There's some up there. I need to get armor close to my base. So if you see those, yeah, they're going to be super useful later. I just heard a sound. I heard a sound. It's a shiny sound. Oh, there it is. The Baneri. Where'd you go? Oh my gosh, a shiny Baneri. Ooh, it's not bad. My first shiny? Shiny Baneri. I only have net balls. And, I only have net balls and dive balls, so this might be a little tough, but we'll give it a shot. All right, if I can put it to sleep, then that'll increase our chances here. All right, the net ball Baneri. Let's go! Lucky color! There we go, a Baneri. So we're playing with this fact that adds a little sound. So it adds like a little jingle if you run into a shiny. So keep that in mind if you're playing along at home. Oh, I made the wrong hammer. I made the hammer that's the attack hammer, I think. Yeah, 9.5 attack damage. And I put efficiency and mending on it. So it is basically a diamond pickaxe too. So it's I guess it's like a weapon, pick in one. But I wanted the one that did vein mining, or like mined out more area. So this was not what I bargained for. I got us hooked up to the nether, and I've been doing a little bit of exploring. Of course, getting some diamonds. We're up to about 20 now, which means I can make the correct hammer if I want to. Soul rock. Oh, it's pretty decent. Might grab it. You know, it gives 2 attack. I've been trying to kind of like EV train my Darmanitan kind of casually. If you defeat Pokemon of certain types, they give certain stats. They give certain other stats. Oh, with EV yields. We'll do an episode completely on EV yields and stuff like that on a later date. So if you don't understand EVs and IVs in Pokemon, do not fear. We'll go over it at another time. This fletchling is really cute. Hi, buddy. Oh, Pineco fell. Anyhow's it, I need to get an ender pearl for our Tom Simple storage, and I'm going to do a little bit of building today. We're going to start with a base that is going to hopefully hold us over until I get an actual building started. And I'm going to be building it in this area right here, I think. Maybe cut down a few of these trees. Without elytra, cutting down these trees can be a little bit of a pain. So I was going to try to work with the area that we've got cleared right now. And I think I want to put a building over here at some point. But I had an idea for a building. Let me explain. So I am really into terrariums and aquariums. If you guys follow the channel, then you know that I've been fish keeping for the greater part of almost 4 years now. I got into it prior to COVID and had just really enjoyed it. And later, of course, with aquariums, you have vivariums and terrariums, all different types of ecosystems that are self-sustaining. Now, in Minecraft, obviously, self-sustaining takes maybe a little bit of a different task because, you know, the physics are different, being that there's no gravity, there's technically, like, no oxygen and no nitrates and waste and all these things that go into creating a successful terrarium. But I want to try to create and design a unique terrarium design here in Minecraft and make my first little base out of it, the first sorting area, a bed, a few really simple farms, and then this can be an accent later once we get some other buildings up. This will be, I think, a nice little kind of homage to our really early start. So as you see here, starting the terrarium and going with some different types of glass and woods to get started. I'm going off of a terrarium container that I saw online that I thought was really fascinating, and collected some material and got started building. So let's head back into the world and we'll continue working. I hope you enjoyed the time lapse. It was so fun to build a jar. I love containers. Like whenever I go thrifting or something, I'm always looking for a cool container to put things in, pennies, knickknacks, terrariums if I ever get the chance. Got a terrarium jar here. And I'm going to start moving our stuff over very quickly and do a little bit of preparation with the work, with like the terrain around the bottom and a little bit of work in the terrain inside. I've got a few items here that should help us. We got some packed mud, we've got some leaves, some decorative blocks, got some stone, cobblestone trees, very fun stuff. And I'm excited to get it filled up. So we're probably not going to finish it off today, but I'm going to at least get it started real quick. So at the bottom of a terrarium is usually a variety of dirt that is going to provide a lot of nutrients, and charcoal. Charcoal helps keep things healthy. It helps helps feed bacteria and small things like springtails that are going to be moving through the cycle of the dirt, keeping things moving. So we've got that in place. Next up is going to be kind of packed mud and dirt, coarse dirt, and then we can finally get to like the moss and grass and maybe a few decorations. Now that that's in, I'm just building up the dirt that is going to be in here. We're going to kind of keep it about this height. And I've always learned with terrariums, you don't want to make the grass or the bottom of it flat. The reason is it adds more dimension and direction with the eye if you have a slope. So we're going to have the high part over towards this kind of northern part, and it's going to come down towards the entrance. We're going to use this space in here to place all of our storage for like the Tom Simple storage. So let me get placing some grass. All of the dirt is in here now, and I've got 2 accent rocks with some dead kind of roots. That's what they're supposed to be, the mangrove roots going over top. I need a little bit more variation in the material in here as far as like coarse dirt, rooted dirt, podzol, but at least we've got the terrarium starting to fill up. At least I think it's looking nice. A little bit more variation in the height I think will do great. And then of course we're gonna have to add a ton of greenery. Not sure what type of tree yet, thinking I'll do a custom tree, kind of start with one and switch it up. So let's get a little bit more decoration in here. Well, isn't this thematic? Hello, Sawsbuck. Yes, I got a custom little kind of bonsai tree in here. Let's get a look of it from outside. I think that's pretty good, minus the mud pillar I used there. I think I could make the leaves a little bit taller and kind of form a little bit more to the glass to shape things up. But, I mean, that is looking pretty cool. What does it look like from above? It does just be looking like a giant bottle. And I can now put all this stuff inside. I like doing the little decorating. I know probably most people are not into this, but I think it's fun. So we're gonna plant some crops. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. Let's get some roots. Let's get some leaves. Oh, I like the leaves. And let's finish this thing up. I try not to toot my own horn too much and say like, oh man, I've made something great. But This is so epic. Oh my gosh, it turned out so much greater than I thought. The like custom bonsai tree in the middle. This area just, it feels like a terrarium with so much little details of grass growing, roots coming out of the ground, rocks for the roots to crawl over. I've got some crops here. Actually, do I have bone meal? So these are the mints. So you see they got a bunch of stages. Got the mints growing. I've got some berries, pecha berries. What do we got here? Oranberry. Yeah, I think little pops of color like that. Again, just gonna really make it come together. Perfect, perfect. Over here, I'm gonna put all my like workstations basically that we're gonna need. Over here, we've got the bed here, and down this space is completely free, and I can do whatever I want down here. And I think what's gonna go down here is a Tom Simple storage for the access point up above, but we are gonna call it a day for today's episode. Thank you guys for tuning in to this wonderful episode here on the BattleCraft SMP. Make sure you check out the other members if you haven't yet. Oh, the lighting in there is so good. Look at the lighting. It's just very, very quiet ambient lighting with the torches. So beautiful. Still a little decorating to... What the heck is that? Is that a Snorlax? Snorlax is like one of my favorite Pokemon. Snorlax. 22. It's not that bad. Okay. I got sidetracked again. Hold on. All right, let's see if we can catch this thing. Oh, it used belly drum. I wasn't anticipating that. Where's the... Oh, there's the zombie. Park ball. Oh, we got it first try. Oh, we got a Snorlax. That is awesome. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode. The terrarium turned out great. It was a super fun project, and I can't wait to work on the next one. Thanks so much, and I'll see ya in the next episode here on the BattleCraft SMP. Later, guys.